All right, we are in set 4 of SCC-A versus X17. SCC-A taking the lead 2-1 in the series. We're going to be on Circuit Breaker with another ZVZ, so good stuff to see. Down here in our bottom right-hand corner in the Zergy teal color, it is going to be Ty2. And up in the top left, X17's player, it is going to be Target. We'll see how well these players play ZVZ. ZVZ definitely a difficult matchup to do so far, but they are in those cross-map positions, so there is the possibility of us actually getting to a stable 2-base situation. The player's going to be scouting vertical as you normally do on this map, so they're not going to get information on where their opponent is for quite a while. It's going to be actually a very long time because you don't drone scout in this matchup typically, so as the overloads go out to the top side, they're not going to see each other, and we're going to have to wait for those overloads to make their way all the way across map before you actually see anything. It's going to be quite a while. We'll see what the opening builds are for these players. Is it going to be the overpool coming out, or is it the 9-pool? Looks like we have a 9-pool coming out for Target. What is his opponent going to do? Is it going to be the overpool? Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's going to be a hatch first instead. So Ty playing a little bit more riskily. We'll see if he goes for that in base or if he's going to go for the far away hatch. Doesn't look like it. It's actually just going to be a 12 pool instead, which, by the way, is a pretty good counter to the fast pool coming out from his opponent. So this is really nice for him. He was able to sneak out a couple of extra drones while still getting the defense that he needs up. And this is a strong lead for Ty2 so far in this game. Does actually decide to go for the drone scout. I think that's a very smart idea if you're going to be going for the 12 hatch, or sorry, the 12 pool anyway, because you do have those extra drones. You can afford to send out a little bit more. Unless your opponent goes for a hatch first, you're in a pretty economically good situation. So actually, I take that back. It looks like that was his opponent going for the 9 pool that did the scout. Sorry, it's late. I'm pretty tired. So he's going to be able to actually scout out his opponent immediately. Knows he's not down here in the bottom left-hand base. Knows he's not in the top right. So he's just going to be pushing in here immediately with these units. Is this going to be a sunken rush? He still hasn't taken a gas, and this is a heavy commitment to all these lings. This is going to be a sunken rush coming into the main. But the spawning pool is already done, and there's already gas enough for the Zergling speed. So I think in this situation he's going to be okay, but this is a lot of pressure coming down. The drum micro has to be pristine from Ty2. So far, actually losing a couple of units. Is the drum micro pretty good? Looks like he is going to be able to get on top of this. The Sunken Colony is going to start building right now, and the Sunken Colony lead for Ty2 means that he's pretty much held this unless he loses it in the next couple seconds, which he really shouldn't. All he has to do is keep the Sunken alive, and he will win the game. That's all it really takes. Sunken is now finished. Going to be able to clean up the rest of these lings, and that is going to be GG. Ty2 just doing a fantastic job of holding on. Opponent's going to try to stay in the game, maybe try to transition, but with the amount of work that Ty2 is able to get off here, he's already ahead in terms of the tech as well, going to the lair. So opponent's going to try to go for a hatchery behind this, knowing that he still has the advantage in Zergling speed, but this is a really fantastic spot for Ty2. He's defended really nicely. He's going to have that lair up, and as long as he doesn't take too much damage in the next couple minutes, he's going to be on track to get really fast mutals and start doing some severe damage to his opponent. Meanwhile, it looks like Target will just be very committed to building lings for quite a while. He's got to make sure that he has tons of lings to deal with the mutalists when they come in, or I guess to attack when the mutalists start to build, and also to prevent any pressure from coming into his base while he takes this somewhat risky expansion to get back into this game. This Zergling line is really, really good, though. He's done a fantastic job of setting up all those lings and then immediately breaks it, just as I say it, so I'm sad. But still, it is pretty good enough to prevent this many lings from getting in. And he still doesn't have any overlords in position. He kind of forgot about this overlord. He's slowly sending this overlord in position. So absolutely no map presence at all for Target. He's not going to have any idea what's coming his way. Meanwhile, Ty2 has a very clear idea of what's going on. He's going to be very prepared to deal with anything. And Spire coming down right here, it's actually going to be in a very safe spot in the middle of this mineral line just to make sure that he's safe. It does make this mining a little bit less efficient, but it's going to make him very, very safe from any sort of big lane counterattack. Still nothing coming in. Do we even have a gas coming down for target? It's just going to be mass slow lanes, and he's going to go for a mass slow lane attack to follow up. I really wish that Ty2 would actually split off like 2 to 3 Zerglings just to run around and annoy this, because that forces so many lanes to stay back at home. And when you have the link speed advantage like this, that can be a real game changer, being able to pick off all the rest of these drones. But at the same time, I think he knows that as long as he holds this natural, he's going to be in good shape, even pulling a couple drones down here right now. And these links are just so slow. It's going to be forever till they get in here. Here comes the big attack, but I think there's enough units in position here. The drones are also in a good spot as well, so they're going to be able to actually kill this off. But actually, lots of damage coming down on this Sunken. It is going to actually go down, but I mean, with the link speed, it's just going to be able to chase down the rest of these units and kill them off. That is very well played by Ty2. Target really has no chance to come back into this game, but he's continuing to make just tons and tons of units off of these 2 hatcheries, maybe hoping that the follow-up push will break his opponent, maybe hoping that Ty2 will overcommit to making drones or Mutalisks. But as soon as the Mutalisks come out, even one Mutalisk, that's going to be game. There's no way for Target to actually defend against that right now. He's actually just going to be getting to the Evo chambers, so still no gas. This is definitely the most unorthodox ZVZ you will ever see coming out from Target, just going completely gasless up until 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and maybe even beyond. He's going to have to commit really heavily to getting 2 Sunkens in this base, now getting his gas in here as well. This has been a very strange build so far, but oh my god, that is beautiful. Ty2, you make me hard. This is beautiful. And looks like we may have some Mutalisks coming out pretty soon. He's really, really safe right now. He really just doesn't want to die to anything. But so Mutalisk is out now. It's going to be able to start whittling away these drones. And he didn't make 2 spore colonies. He only made 1. So this will push this back right now. But there's a huge gap here. Also right here as well, where the Mutalisks can do harassment. And there's not a lot that can be done about that. He's going to be trying to turtle up really, really hard, but this is so many links coming out from Ty2. He's going to be able to kill off the hatchery, and there's the GG immediately as soon as he sees this pressure. Well played by SCC-A. They're going to take the series 3-1. Really well played.